What's up, Michael? Welcome to being the first person on the show tonight. So, I'm going to announce a schedule. What's up, Sven, my brother? I'm going to announce a schedule every Wednesday night and Friday night. I'm going to go live. Yeah, I'm going to try to go live around 5 p.m. unless something has came up and I'm unable to. But I'm going to try to go live on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then I'll randomly go live on YouTube any other day. Sven, when are we getting our chess game in again? I've been dying to get another chess game in with you. Oh, dabs. Our bad. Our bad. So do you guys know how to tell when a pineapple is like sweet and ripe and fucking perfect? What you're going to do is take the most center part of the pineapple, you know, like the leaves that come up, the most center leaf, and try to lift it up. And how easily does it fall off? Like this, like does it just pull right off real easy? Or is there a little struggle there? The easier it comes off, the sweeter the pineapple. The Dream Supply. What's up, man? What's up, Dream Supply? What do you supply besides dreams? I mean, what kind of dreams do you supply? I don't understand. What is the Dream Supply? Ronnie, good evening. I have the spirit molecule. What is the spirit molecule? How are you, Dabber? I'm doing good, man. What is the spirit molecule? I actually have a question regarding the Melco. Okay. What is your Melco question? So for those that don't understand, the Melco is my sewing machine that he's asking about. A Melco question. Yes. Okay. And I am using Design Shop. For those, 2006. Okay. version 2006. I'm following you so far. I'm waiting for the question. Thank you, baby.
Welcome.
I got the Dream Supply asking me Melco questions. What up? We're on YouTube.
Oh, YouTuber.
Michael, what up? What up? Okay, have you sewed anything with your EMT 104T? Have you used your sewing machine at all? I will, Ronnie. I'll tell my wife you said hi. What's up, Bob? Josh, what's up, man? Okay, nice. What am I smoking on? I'm smoking on some Mr. Nice Guy tonight, Ronnie. This is my permanent home now, guys. No, we're going to do Wednesdays and Fridays, Michael. I need to focus on getting some money. So yeah, this is my new home right here. Dream Supply. Is Dream Supply still here? That is cool. Thank you. Well, I guess I'll get used to the delay over here. So glad I got something to drink. The wife hooked it up. The wife hooked it up. Hello. Hello. Hell yeah, ice cold tea, Michael. We actually have a couple pineapple slices in there for a little flavor, a little additional flavor, you know? The Dream Supply. Well, the Dream Supply, if you're catching this later, I don't know what happened. I guess the first question I would ask is what formats do you put in your machine? Do you use a DST format, an EMB format? What formats do you format and put your images into? That would be the first question I would ask you. The second question I would ask is, if you're comfortable using it, how have you been doing it up until now? Like, have you been farming out that digitizing work to somebody else? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I myself have been sending out my digitizing work, and I am just now learning how to use the Design Studio 2006 myself. But I got to tell you, it is challenging, it is struggling, and I see why it gets sent out to other people. But I am learning to do it. I think the newer the software, the better it's going to be. But it's so much stuff there, you know, like pulls and compressions and trims and then the different satins and the different stitch styles and stuff. So there's so much there that I too would like that tutorial. He's like, nice, man. I've been paying to I am just actually getting the machine. So you've never actually check out online a place called Copy Artwork. Do a Google search for Copy Artwork Digitizing. These guys, their flat rate on digitizing and for companies are so good that you can put a little markup on it, still make your money off of it, and also not have to worry about the digitizing side of it. They'll handle all of that for you. And then while you have that program, and while you have your sewing machine, and while you're able to digitize, I would recommend taking some of those files that you paid for, and you'll notice that some of them that maybe it leaves an extra stitch here and there, and so you'll go in there and you'll play with it, and you'll try to figure out how to clean up the little stitching here and there, or how to move something or add something, and slowly but surely it will come to you. Yeah, again, I would try to tell you, for best results, pay a company. It's like, I think they charge like $15-30. Like, it's really, really, really fucking cheap to have them make the digitizing of it, right? But if you really want to try yourself, it has to be vectorized. You have to have it in a Corel or an Illustrator or a PDF, but it has to be like vectorized. Otherwise, you could bring it in as a PDF or a bitmap or a JPEG, and then you have to turn around and convert it into a vectorized image within the sewing program itself, which there's degradation that takes place in that. So I totally recommend bringing it in vectorized for clarity. But how do I get images from the computer to the Melco? With the only way that I get it is through my USB. Like, when I got my Melco machine, it had a floppy drive in there. And so that floppy drive, it wasn't like an easy floppy to find and all this other stuff. So what I did is I managed to copy the files off of that floppy, got rid of the floppy drive, put a USB drive for $50 I got online, and I put the information in that post where to get it, installed it based on the instructions and the other stuff I found, and I post that there. And then now with the USB stick, I boot it and I add the files to it. A machine startup tutorial. Yeah, you know what? A machine, yeah, so yes, I can run it. I can do a video of how to boot the machine up, how to fire the machine up, what to look for, how to load a file, how to fire, I can do a tutorial for that. how to load up a file, how to load the image, how to prep the stuff to get it ready to sew, how to do an actual sew out, what you're looking for on the tensioners. I can do all that. Good evening, Gloria. My dude, what's up? Cowboy McFarlane, what's up, dude? How you enjoying your shirts out there in Texas? Is that exclamation marks like, yeah, that's what you're talking about? Looking baked. It's great, brother, man. I'm glad to hear it, brother. But this is where I'm going to be from now on, is YouTube, guys. Everybody. Wednesdays and Fridays. The medicated Arizona legal stoner. Legal medicated stoner getting here. Medicated. And here's doing the sewing. I did this hat, although this is a fucked up stitched hat. This is a hat I wear in the shop. The stitching on this is all fucked. That's why it's a garbage hat. Looks great. No, it don't. It really doesn't. It's like a fucking bad paint job that looks good afar. You get close to it and you see, oh yeah, it's a bad paint job. But that's what happens, you know? So are you done with Facebook? No, I'm done on the public side. I do have a VIP channel that people that have purchased stuff from me in the website, they'll be doing it. How come only 2 days a week? Here's the reality, guys. The reality is I've been focusing way too much on the lives, doing it twice a day and all this other stuff. It's so distracting that I'm not getting the money and the work and the opportunity and stuff I need. I've literally sold to 75 people in 2 years on Facebook doing lives. Literally. In 2 years of doing lives, I've sold to 75 people. And believe me, I'm not a dummy. If something ain't working, I need to fucking change up. And if what, I gotta fucking go 10 years to figure it out? Now, people are like, well, so you haven't sold as much but right away. Big deal. But the impact you've made on the community, the amount of people that know who you are, all the stuff that you do. And and that doesn't go lost or on lost ears. But I just need to fucking make some money in my pocket. You know what I mean? Facts, right? Like Cowboy McFarlane, he remembers me making money. He remembers me. He was there with me. He's seen me make money in this world. Like I'm not used to not making money. Like, right? You gotta change it up. I mean, what is you know, when you keep doing the same thing expecting a different outcome, what is that called? Is that called fucking retarded? What is that called? Like, I gotta change it up. I can't do the same thing. I have to change. I have to migrate in. What up, Smokey? Welcome back, Sven. You at work, buddy? Massive shout out to Germany, everybody. Dream Supply. When are you getting your machine in? Dream Supply. When are you getting your machine in? Thank you guys, everyone that's here, for giving me a heart. I appreciate it. That's mad love to you guys. Be sure to push on the bell for the notifications, because this is the spot. Twisting this bad boy up. This twig life. This twig life. I will be live on Facebook in the VIP, though, for everyone that has supported and spent money with me. Smoke it up, right, Gloria? Every time I see your name, it reminds me of that song. Gloria, Gloria, bum 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 bum, Gloria. Smoke it up, Smokey. Gloria. Do you got my number? A terrible song, I know, right? That looks like some gas. This is Mr. Nice Guy, and this is bottom shelf. So it isn't like even mid shelf or top shelf. But it's some get me high, get me by, you know what I mean? The Dream Supply, if you want to reach out to me, you're free to give me a call if you have any questions or anything like that. Are you on Facebook? When are you getting your Melco in? So Moon Rocks, your brother came back from Cali. God, you gotta love the Moon Rocks, huh? You gotta love the Moon Rocks, especially if they're done right. Yeah, if you have any questions about the Melco, I have the machine now. Or have you booted up the machine or anything? If you have any questions and you'd like to give me a call and talk to me, I'll give you my public-facing number, okay? And in fact, if anyone wants to call me, they're free to call me. If you get out of hand, I'll just block you. Anyways, my public-facing number is 575-DABBER, D-A-B-R, 710. 575-DABBER, 710. D-A-B-R, 710. Just pull out the phone and D-A-B-R, 710 on the dial pad. 575-DABBER, 710. I'll be more than glad to help walk you through what I know about the machine. That's pretty cool, huh? Dabber710 is a phone number? I mean, like, what the fuck, right? Extra sticky, that's the only problem. That's a good problem. I could do that, man. Hell yeah. I know when I was struggling with my Melco, I wish I had someone to talk to, and I had nobody. Real talk. Like, I had nobody. Nobody knows the trouble I have with the Melco and the USB adapter that's all in fucking Chinese. Like, what the fuck, man? You can't fucking add English in this? You just sold it to America, and you can't add no fucking English instructions? Oh, what is this, a CD it comes with? Let me put this in my computer. Oh, fuck all, it's in Chinese. Great. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, that's the fun thing about putting in a USB fucking adapter on a Melco. It's a mind fuck. But once it's all done, baby, it's rockin' motherfucking roll. And I got a great Melco service guy. So if you ever need any repairs, this guy will travel to any state and do it. He ain't even from my state. He traveled to me to do it. So if you need a good Melco guy, I got the guy. He will service that motherfucker like there's no tomorrow. Make that bitch like brand new. Oh, other thing, he told me that these things are pretty fucking bulletproof. Like, I mean, they are pretty bulletproof. They take a lot of abuse and keep on ticking. So that's fucking beautiful. So congratulations and welcome to that U.S.-made Colorado company, Melco Life. Melco Life. Although I would love a Tajima. In fact, I embroider in all my files, even though it's a Melco, I embroider in a Tajima file, a .dst file. Troy, what up, Dabber Nation up in this motherfucker. This is where you guys catch me. This is my new home. This is my new home. Sign up for the notifications so you guys don't miss out on it. David, what's up? You know, Dream Supply, I put that Melco video out there just really to help people like yourself that's had the same issues that I've had with it. But first off, I would totally recommend getting that fucking, that fucking USB. And that USB, if it doesn't already have. Do you know if it has USB on it or no? Dream Machine, the Dream Supply. Do you know if it has a USB drive on it already or no? You say you have the machine now. The other thing is, if that machine hasn't been fired up in a minute, it has a floppy. Do you have the boot up floppies with it? Did it come with the boot machines? Did boot up floppies? Have you seen the machine fire up? Took me a while to learn how to put in a comment. Well, hell, welcome to YouTube, bro. Troy. It was supplied with everything. So how many hat drivers do you have? You have all the boot disc. How many hat drivers do you have? Do you have 4 hat drivers or 8 hat drivers? I mean, 4 hat drivers? Okay. How many hat hoops do you have? Do you have 8 hat hoops or 4 hat hoops? Have you physically booted up your machine yet? Yeah, you might want to try to get 4 more, so that way while you have 4 running, you could be getting 4 more hats ready so that way when those come off, you can put the new 4 and get the next 4 ready, so you can keep a production going. No longer a live tube virgin. Hell yeah. So yes, you have booted your machine. Okay, cool. Have you went through the set? Oh, I have like hundreds of those. Oh, okay. Wow, because they only gave me like motherfucking 7 of them, so I don't even have 8 myself. I need to get me an extra one of those things. And I wasn't talking about hoops. And hoops, you should always have like double. You should always have like 8, at least 8 of everything. Except for the actual drivers. They have 2 different types of drivers. They have a wide hat driver, and so you've booted the machine. You just haven't loaded a design yet in it. You haven't loaded a design in it yet? Have you sewed anything on it yet? This delay sucks balls. But unfortunately, I have to deal with this delay everywhere, so I'm kind of getting used to it by now. But it still sucks. A 100 of those, that's dope. What'd you end up paying for your Melco? I'm kind of curious. Well, we're on until the end of this. You there? You all still there? You guys still there? Let's see if I can fire up some shit right here on the computer. It says 5 people are here. No commenting. Huh? We're enjoying some YouTubing. Excuse me. Indigenous Life Movement is live. As soon as my computer will let me in it. There it is. Alright, so take a look at this. Here's a logo I had to clean up like 8 times. So we'll try to go ahead and see if I can bring a file in and show you guys how to do this here. So let's start out with something like a name. So we're going to start out with something like a name. We're going to take a name and try to make an embroidery file for a name. Let's see. Let this stuff finish loading. Is everybody here? Alright, so file, new. So you want to create a new file and you want to create a canvas. So what I like to do is create my canvas to the size of the artwork that I'm going to be doing. So in this case it's saying 8.5 by 11, but I'm going to be sewing, let's say, on a hat, and I know a hat wide is 4.8 by 2.25. And we're going to call this test. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. High 300 DPI, dots per inch. And we're going to do it like this. Alright, I hope you guys are all following with me. I got my canvas width and height. So let's move on to the next part of this. Click OK. So here's my canvas, and right now it's zoomed at 331%. Let's take it down to 150% and we can see it right here. Now we're going to go ahead and do a name. Now we're going to do Robert Clark, Robert Dabber Clark. So the other thing is, I know embroidery does better on thicker fonted letters than thinner font letters. So let's go up here and change the font to something that is a little bigger. Let's find something. That didn't work out. Alright, I like that. It's a little fat. So now let's make it bigger. So right now it's 12 points. Let's change it down to 36 points. So now I want to right click on it and choose create outlines. Now this is all vectorized. File, save as, and then we're going to name this, we'll put it to my desktop, and we'll call this Tester AI Save. Alright, save it as an Adobe Illustrator file. Now we're going to come over here in the design, and we're going to go into graphics mode. Under graphics mode, oh, sorry about that. Under graphics mode, let's go File, alright, I guess we have a little bit of a delay here. It's geeking out on me. Sorry about that, hold on one second here. File, new. Let's do a new file. Graphics mode. Alright, so now it's empty in graphics mode. We're on a new file, and we want to go File. As soon as it catches up. File and import. There you go, import. And then we're going to go to the desktop, and we're looking for a tester. There's tester. Click import. And now Robert Dower Clark has came in. We click on it and hit enter. Now once we've hit enter, we're going to come up here and go convert. And now that's converted it to an embroidery file. So we'll get rid of this. We'll take it over here to sew. And we can go ahead and hit play and watch it sew out. Here, let's stop this for a second. Let's get rid of showing graphics so we don't see graphics there. And now let's go ahead and sew this again. And there you go. And then this is what it looks like all done. And let's change the color palette of this to, let's say, let's change this color palette to, let's say, blue. And then from there you go File, Save As, and then right here I save mine as a Tajima.dst file. And then after I save it as a Tajima.dst, then I name the design tester as a Tajima tester. Save it in my folder of where I save this, but I'm going to change it because I'm not saving it in that area this time. Desktop, and we'll just save it there. Hit save. And then now I would take that file and upload it onto my USB stick, and then take my USB stick after booting up the machine, go into design, upload in the design, and go ahead and run that file on that machine. And that's how I would take and make I would take a name from art to digitizing. How's that? It looks easier easier said than done, but when you start doing it, and sometimes it doesn't stitch out like it's supposed to. Sometimes you have to change the stitching order so it doesn't start over here and drag all the way across this way, because then it moves the material in a wrinkle this way, whereas you want it to kind of start in the middle, push this way, push this way, push this way, push that way, and then spread out evenly so there isn't no creased wrinkles on the hat. What? I know you guys were like, you're blowing my mind, Dabber. So what do you have to say? Any comments? Anything? If you guys are commenting, I'm not seeing them. Where did they all go, Johnny? Where did they all go? Again, if you're commenting, I'm not seeing the comments. All right, well, I'm calling it a wrap. And speaking of wrap, I'm going to roll it up in a wrap. I'm calling it a wrap, and I'm calling it a night. You guys have a blessed night. Reach out to me in the comments. Feel free to ask me any other questions. I'd be more than glad to help you guys out in your Melco needs. One love.